Some video games are notoriously sexualized. Big breasts, unnecessary booty shots, you guys know the deal. And I always ask you guys if you want to submit video ideas to do it. There's a link in the description and somebody submitted an idea, but I'm going to have to change it just a little bit. Kind of try to keep it fan friendly, but you guys will get the idea of what I'm talking about. And video games are over sexualized. So much so that in certain games you definitely get distracted by it in certain points, sometimes even leading to your demise. What's up, guys? Jimmy here. Welcome to Chaos Top 10s, and today we are going to be counting down the top 10 times that you died in video games from being distracted. Now, before we get started, what is better than one $50 Amazon gift card? How about 5 of them for a total of $250 and 5 winners? I've teamed up with some other awesome channels for the month of August to do this giveaway for you guys. Link is in the description. There are 6 ways to enter. They are all absolutely free. And at the end of the giveaway, we are going to be giving away 5 $50 Amazon gift cards to 5 lucky winners. So hopefully at least one comes from Team Chaos. You guys go enter and good luck. Take advantage of that giveaway and don't get distracted ever again. And now let's get into this. Kicking off our list at number 10 is ECHIDNA. I hope I said that right. Probably not. We'll call her E for short. In Devil May Cry 4. This famous hack and slash series has its fair share of attractive characters, but E in DMC4 takes the cake for the list. E is a she-viper and the ruler of the demon trees, and you have to fight her 3 times during the course of the story, and she's a tough one, but she's also a hot one in the video game. From the amount of time you spend fighting her, I will bet you that you get distracted by her at least once, which may lead to getting you killed due to how fast-paced the DMC games actually are. So I want to know, did you die getting hit checking E out? Come on, be honest. This is the circle of trust. You can tell everybody. At number 9, we have HILDE Dead Rising 3. What other character introduction has the villain grabbing her own boobs before she actually tries to shoot you and put you out of your misery? Come on, name someone else that does that in a video game. She is the main villain throughout the game, but when you fight her in Chapter 3, she takes it to a whole new level of over-the-topness. She has her guard touch her boobs, then shoots a guy's dying wife, and then snaps the other dude's neck. I don't know if that's the most evil thing out there or the most badass character introduction ever, but she definitely will get your attention either way. This number 8 spot is a very popular one and a very popular cosplay, I believe. At number 8, we have Bayonetta. Like Devil May Cry, Bayonetta is a hack and slash series for the Xbox and the Wii U, but this one actually stars the extremely attractive titular character as she slices through her enemies and looks fantastic while doing it. This game was almost designed with the intention to distract guys while playing, and if you couldn't get enough of her in her own games, she was later added to Super Smash Bros. 4 as a DLC character, and despite her outfits and moves being censored for obvious reasons, she's still crazy distracting to play against. Plus, if you like amiibos, she's recently got her own. People must like Bayonetta. I don't know why, they just do. Here's a good one for you at number 7. Catwoman versus Poison Ivy in Batman Arkham City. A little segment you may have missed in Arkham City if you didn't have the Catwoman DLC when you played through the campaign. But if you did have the Catwoman DLC, you were treated to this little segment where you have to fight Poison Ivy and her goons as Catwoman, which is probably one of the most distracting sections in any Batman video game in history. You have the super hot Catwoman and the super hot Poison Ivy, and that is just a recipe for an accidental death. If you played this segment, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Let me know how you fared the first time you actually played this DLC segment. At number 6, we have one of the most famous fighting game franchises of all time in the form of SOULCALIBUR, and specifically, we are going to talk about TIRA. This series is pretty awesome, but it's also known for having some very skimpy outfits on the female characters. In SOULCALIBUR 3, the world was introduced to TIRA, and she only got more and more distracting with every installment in the series. If you've ever played against a TIRA main, you probably got hit at least once while you were sneaking a peek at her. And it seems like as we get new games, less and less clothes and more revealing is how these characters always tend to evolve. Okay, not only is this number 5 spot going to be a distracting character, but also one of the biggest bosses on this list. At number 5, we have Cleopatra in Dante's Inferno. Like I said, probably the biggest boss on the list and easily the most distracting, but not for the reasons that you were probably expecting. Cleopatra is huge, and her boobs, which are completely exposed in this game, by the way, are like 4 times as big as your actual character. Just her boobs. Needless to say, this can get super distracting as she spouts minions to come kill you while you're gazing at whatever you may be gazing at. She's the boss of lust, people, the second circle of hell, and her character design definitely shows all of that off. I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, Cleopatra probably could have been number 1 on this list for the most distracting. At number 4, we have Harley Quinn Story Pack in Batman Arkham Knight. And we've already talked about the Catwoman and Poison Ivy section, and that was pretty distracting, right? Well, now we have Harley Quinn's DLC in Arkham Knight. Harley is always portrayed as a hot character in the Arkham games, but her story DLC definitely gets distracting. I'm sure you've got hit at least once while playing as Harley and trying to get that perfect camera angle in the game, right? Right? Come on now. Once again, we are in the video game circle of trust here. You can be honest in the comment section. At number 3, we have Resident Evil 5, specifically EXCELLA. Now, RE5 definitely wasn't the worst game ever, but it's also not that great of one either. However, it does have its good moments, and EXCELLA is one of those. EXCELLA appears throughout the story and is a very classy lady. That is, until she mutates and grows a bunch of tentacles and morphs with a bunch of corpses and tries to actually kill you. Goes from being super classy to just mega scary. But before she does all that jazz, she can definitely distract you with her attractiveness in the game. And then you're like, what happened to this lady, as she tries to literally end your life in every possible manner. Okay, if you're afraid of spiders, you may disagree with this one, but hear me out on it. At number 2, we have Chaos Witch QUEELAG in Dark Souls. If you're okay with spiders and you like attractive women, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about here. The daughter of the witch Izalith, Chaos Witch QUEELAG, appears in the first Dark Souls game as a boss in QUEELAG's domain. She's a relatively easy boss to beat since hitting her human body stuns her instantly, so definitely try to get shots in on her body. Plus, I don't think you'll be too upset about having to get up and close and personal with her human part. Her spider part, though, that's a different story. I mean, unless you're into that sort of thing, and I'm not judging you, but you kind of contrast from distracting to horrifying. Okay, we've reached the number 1 spot on today's list. It's been a pretty fun ride, and I'm just going to give you a big, fat spoiler alert for this number 1 spot. So, spoiler alert, the end of Far Cry 3. So if you've never played it, or if you have intentions of playing it, you might want to click off the video, okay? So, here we go. If you end up getting the bad ending in this open world masterpiece, you are literally going to get banged to death. That's the only way I can say it. After getting your friends killed, you will get to have relations with the game's villain, so she can have a kid and carry on her legacy. But immediately after that is done, she kills you. It's really a crazy ending. So all the entries on this list, this is the only one where you literally die from being distracted. Well, at least you went out on top, I guess. Like, I don't know. This is one of the craziest video game endings of all time. And there you have it, my friends. Those are 10 video games, and 10 times in video games, that you probably died at least once, probably more than once, from being distracted. Did you learn your lesson? Which ones did we miss? What ones did we get right? In the comment section, let me know. Is there another game that you've been distracted that death caused your distraction? Let us know. Also, there's a playlist below if you guys want to check out all the other top 10s that go up on the channel. I put up a brand new one every single night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can guarantee there will be a new one. And like I said at the beginning of the video, there is a link where you guys can submit your video game top 10 ideas. This one that we just did, I had to change it around a little bit, but this was a video submission from a fan, and now it is a video on the channel. So who knows? You could submit an idea, and it could end up actually turning into a channel. So make sure you guys turn on your notifications. That's the only way that I know of to guarantee you'll get a notification when a video goes up. Check the bell, click the box, backwards, do that, turn that around, reverse it. Just do what you have to do to make sure you don't ever miss an upload. And thank you for all the support as always. Be sure to like the video and be subscribed to the channel, and I'll see you tomorrow night for a brand new one.